and that process is never finished.
People don't get it. They think hard work has an end date. That if they push themselves for a little while, they'll reach some magical point where everything gets easy, where they can finally relax, kick their feet up, and enjoy the rewards. That's a lie. That's the kind of lie people tell themselves to justify quitting early, to justify mediocrity, to justify weakness. Because the truth is, the process is never finished. There is no end. There is no point where you've done enough. Every time you think you've arrived, every time you let yourself believe you deserve a break, that's when you lose. That's when you start slipping. That's when the fire starts going out. And when that fire goes out, you might as well be dead. People want to act like they're on some kind of schedule, like they can put in the work for a few years and then coast the rest of their lives. But let me tell you something, there is no fucking schedule. Life doesn't give you a pass because you worked hard yesterday. Life doesn't care how many miles you ran last year, how much weight you lifted last month, how much discipline you had last week. The only thing that matters is what you're doing right now. Every single morning you wake up with a choice to get better or to get weaker. There is no staying the same. You are either sharpening your blade or you are letting it rust. And if you let it rust long enough, you will become just another person who used to be great. Just another person who let themselves slip into mediocrity because they thought they had done enough. And don't get it twisted, I'm not just talking about working out. This isn't just about running, lifting, grinding in the gym. This is about your mind. This is about your spirit. This is about the way you approach life. Every single challenge you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are not done yet, that you are still growing, that you are still willing to suffer. Because the moment you stop suffering, the moment you start looking for an easier way, that's the moment you start dying. You see, most people don't want to suffer. They want comfort. They want safety. They want everything to be smooth, predictable, and easy. But comfort is a slow poison. It feels good in the moment, but before you know it, it's drained every ounce of strength out of you. And by the time you realize what's happened, it's already too late. You've already lost your edge. I know because I've seen it happen. I've watched people who were once relentless, people who had the fire, people who pushed themselves to insane levels. I've seen those same people get comfortable, get soft, get weak, and before long, they aren't the same person anymore. They let themselves believe they had made it. They let themselves believe they had earned the right to stop. And now they're just ghosts of the warriors they used to be. That will never be me, because I understand something most people don't. The process is never finished. The work never stops. There is no destination. There is no finish line. You don't get to arrive. You don't get to retire from self-improvement. You either keep pushing or you start falling apart. You either keep proving yourself or you fade away. And let me be clear, it doesn't matter how far you've come. It doesn't matter how much you've accomplished. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are. If you stop doing the work, if you stop testing yourself, if you stop putting yourself in situations where you might fail, then you are already on the way down. That's why I keep going. That's why I wake up every morning and get after it like I'm still that weak kid nobody believed in. That's why I don't give a damn about what I did yesterday. Because yesterday doesn't mean sway. The only thing that matters is today. And today is another day to push. Another day to grind. Another day to make sure I am not slipping into the comfortable, easy life that destroys people. So let me ask you something. Have you done enough? Have you really given everything you have? Or are you just telling yourself that? Are you just making excuses? Are you just letting yourself believe that you've earned the right to slow down? Because I promise you, you haven't. There is always more inside you. There is always another level. There is always another wall to break through. And if you think you're tired now, if you think you've given everything you've got, if you think you're at your limit, I'm here to tell you, you're not even close. You've barely scratched the surface of what you are capable of. But you will never know that unless you keep pushing, unless you keep suffering, unless you make the decision every single day that you are not done yet. Because the process is never finished. And the only people who survive, the only people who truly win in this life are the ones who understand that. Now get the fuck back to work,